So my first day of freshman year was the quintessential struggle. And I was late to my first class, and it was obvious when I walked in that I had no idea what I was doing. And then I went and sat in on a chemistry class that I shouldn't have been in because I went to the wrong room. And all I knew is that I had one more class to go to, and it was honors colloquium, and I had no idea what that was either. So you can see that I was in panic mode. And I walked in and realized that that was the only place I knew exactly where I was supposed to be. It was the only place I knew that no matter what I did, that I was gonna find people that were just like me, that had the same goals that I had, that wanted to better themselves in every way. And so I think that the Honors College literally gave me a first start, my first day.
4 years ago, the Honors College at East Carolina University was established with the formation of its inaugural class.
We were the guinea pigs, and we knew it. And so it was exciting and a little bit intimidating at the same time because we didn't know, we couldn't follow someone's footsteps because we were making them.
A collection of highly gifted and outstanding students came together from all walks of life to pursue their own individual ambitions.
Well, being a student athlete is very time consuming. There's a lot you have to do between practice and lifting weights, study hall, travel. It's very time consuming. So adding anything else onto that plate can be very difficult. But at the same time, the Honors College has been very helpful in helping me balance and manage that.
It was nice to give that change of perspective all throughout my 4 years with everyone I shared classes with. But I also think that I learned more from having to think from their perspective too, because they had to think like me, but I also had to kind of come from their perspective.
It shows that we're broad, we're not singular, we're unilateral, we have a lot of different angles and things like that. It's not just, we're not uniform, I guess is the best way to say it. We're incredibly diverse in several different ways, other than major, where you come from, ethnicity, things like that. We're different in countless different ways, except for the one fact that we're all awesome. So I guess that's our binding feature.
They each created their own paths, aligning with their personal goals and dreams, but along the way, they learned from one another and transformed a group of students into a community.
I feel like oftentimes you get into your major and there's a lot of people around you that aren't as motivated, but then you can always go back to those people that are in the Honors College and like they're trying to achieve these great things, and it's just that it like re-inspires you to want to do well, do your best.
If I had actually not met one of the other engineering honor students, I would have never even pursued engineering.
We were able to come into nursing school first semester with a group that we already have been familiar with since freshman year, which is beneficial for us. And we don't have to compete with each other because we all kind of want each other to do well.
I had no idea before I came here that I was very passionate about service and that I was interested in being a leader. During high school, you kind of just drift through and you do stuff because, you're in a committee and you just do it. But then as I got into the Honors College, I found out leadership styles and that I was actually being a leader in my own way and that I was very committed to service.
Who you surround yourself with, rubs off on you in the long run. And I think that's definitely happened, and I wouldn't have gained that without the Honors College.
Through the Honors College, students engaged in countless experiences that opened their eyes and broadened their horizons.
I went to Busch Gardens for the first time ever, went to Kings Dominion for the first time ever, got on a boat for the first time ever because of the Honors College. Without them, I would have never had that experience, and I still would, to this day, could say I'd never got on a boat.
Because of the Honors College, I was afforded the great opportunity to work with Dr. Chitwood. It is only because I was in the Honors College, and I got to be a part of the first ever aortic valve replacement using the Da Vinci robot.
I know when I first came to East Carolina, I was pretty quiet and shy and kind of closed in my shell. So I feel like it's pushed me in situations where I had to get out and kind of be involved in working groups and kind of voice my opinion where it's expected, whereas I would usually just kind of sit back and just go with the flow. But it's brought me out of my shell pretty much.
Now, after 4 years, they say goodbye, preparing to embark on the next chapter of their lives, but taking unforgettable memories with them forever.
As far as leadership qualities, I think it's definitely enhanced that. I can tell that I've grown a lot just from being in the Honors College alone?
Honors kids are constantly coming to our performances and stuff, and you know, that was so cool. I'm not really sure what it was about, but it was nice to see what you guys work on all the time. And then now that I'm doing research, I feel like I've totally cross-pollinated worlds, and it's cool that I've become friends with these people that can help me do stuff like that. So I feel like I'm going to graduate with all of those resources I definitely didn't have before I got here.
Like socially, I've met so many people that, you know, all the friendships I've made and still hold right now are all from the Honors College.
It's more of a family. You're friends with everyone in the Honors College. It's not just co-workers.
When we text each other, we might initially be in complaining mode, but we're kind of like, okay, we're going to get through this, we're going to graduate, we're going to be great nurses one day.
Probably the most important thing is the doors open for me, the opportunities I've presented with, how it helped me become a better person, further develop myself, as well as the friends that I'll meet that I'm sure that I'll keep forever, and just the family that I formed here. So that's my memory that I always take.
The Honors College, its faculty in particular, the friends that I have made in the Honors College, not just in my class, but in all of the classes, like they're people that I know are going places, and they're people that I want to stay in contact with. And I think that the Honors College is really adding value to ECU as a whole. Like, the Honors College has improved to this university.
You know, I don't want to meet that person that I would be without the Honors College, because I like who I am right now. So, you know, I have a lot to thank the Honors College for shaping me into who I am today.
Congratulations to the trailblazers, the role models, the guinea pigs. Congratulations to the inaugural class of the Honors College at East Carolina University.